Hey guys, Mel here. Right, bit of a difficult one for me. I've always been sort of straight with you guys and that sort of stuff, so just basically blurt it out and that sort of stuff. Right, as you know, I have a passion for terrain, or more specifically, teaching terrain. You know, the terrain tutor, showing you guys how to make battlefields. I get a lot from it. I mean, I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I got into it. The reason I got into it was I had a bit of a nervous breakdown. I was pretty much housebound, and it was a way of me doing something productive, and it became very rewarding, and it was great. It got me back on my feet. Yeah, it took about a year to do that. Yeah, but your help, your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, all of that really helps me. And I had a dream. I had a dream of doing it full time. Yeah, the terrain tutorials, making terrain, and all that sort of stuff. So, for the past year, I've been pretty much almost a full-time terrain artist, doing commissions and that sort of stuff. And the reality of the fact is, yeah, it's it's failed. I can't do it. Okay, I can do the terrain tutorials. That's fine. Yeah, but the terrain commission side, yeah, it is so hard. Yeah, and I'm not just for me. I mean, I've spoken to over this past year. I've spoken to a load of different, people, and a lot of people are struggling. Now, I wanted to do the commissions because I wanted to support. It allowed me to stay at home, do more terrain, do more tutorials as I was doing the commissions. And what's actually happened is I've spent less time doing the tutorials. I haven't really done the tutorials I've really wanted to do because I've had to sort of find things on the commissions to show you. Yeah, and it's been stressful all around, and money wise, it's horrific. Yeah, I don't know, perhaps I can't quote for jobs. It seems to be a particular trend in this industry. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever made what you call it. I don't think I've ever made more than minimum wage on a job. And I'm a dad. I've got kids. I've got to support them. Yeah. So I've reached a point where I can't carry on doing terrain full time. And it guts me. It really does. It really guts me. But I've got to go. I need something more secure. Yeah. I mean, we're so close to Christmas and I am so behind, and I'm so behind in sorting this month's bills, never mind Christmas. Yeah, it's got that bad. Yeah, and I mean, my kids have missed out on holidays. They've had the brilliant kids. Yeah, but I just feel like I've completely let them down, as a provider, as a dad. And I also feel like I've let you guys down on the channel. Yeah, because my concentration has been desperately trying to sort things and that sort of stuff. So I've reached a point where I've decided what I'm going to have to do is scale back on the terrain shoot stuff. It's as simple as that. I'm going to have to go out and get a stable job. Now I do bits and bobs of temp work and bit of, handyman jobs sort of things and that sort of stuff. Yeah, but I need a regular wage in. Yeah, now, so that's the reality. Okay, that's where I am right now. Yeah, I would love to do this full time. I genuinely love to do this full time. Yeah. Now, how much time I have to dedicate to this, yeah, is simply dependent on the amount of free time I have, and that's dependent on how much I have to bring in. You know, it's as simple as that. So this is the god awful appeal for patrons and that sort of thing, because the more patrons I have, the less of a full-time job I have to get. I mean, I don't for a second think that I'm going to end up with thousands of patrons and thousands of pounds a month and this will be all brilliant. Yeah, but every little helps. Yeah, and if it's the difference between getting a full-time job and a part-time job and spending half my time just doing terrain tutorials rather than just working on commissions and that sort of stuff and not being able to do decent channel stuff. Yeah, because I feel it's dropped so much. I used to do so many back to basics, so many cool building series, and now I'm just grabbing at things. So, this is a shout out for patrons. It's as simple as that, guys. Yeah, I have a dream. Yeah, I have a dream. Yeah, I have a dream job. Yeah, and it's basically working full time. Yeah, on YouTube, showing people how to make terrain. Yeah, I've looked at the sponsors. I can't do it that way. Yeah, Patreon is a way of doing it. I don't think I will end up with enough patrons to be able to do it full time, but every little helps. It's a different, every $10 is an hour I don't have to work in a warehouse, because that's what I'm looking at. Because I have to look at the kid, look after the kids, school runs, that sort of stuff. I'm looking at basically night warehouse work. So that's it, guys. Yeah. So if you like what I do, you know, and it helps you, then please consider it. Every single dollar, just $1 a month, really does make a difference. Yeah, and listen, if you don't want to make the commitment, yeah, and if you just want to say as just a one-off, yeah, you want to show your support, then you can always just send me a quid by PayPal. Yeah, my email address is theterraintutor dot no, the terrain tutor at gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen and everything. If you just want to send me a quid or two just to say thank you for what I've done so far, yeah, right now, I'd really appreciate the help, guys. Yeah. Now I know this is a begging, yeah, but yeah, one, I'm in it deep. So yeah, I am begging. Yeah. Two, it's my dream, yeah. And to be perfectly honest, I've got nothing to lose by shouting it out. I don't think I had that much dignity to start off with, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, subscribers is just a number. Yeah, I know people will leave. I'm sure they will, you know, but I've got to give it a go. I've got to give it a shout out. So please, you know, if you've ever really liked what I've done, either consider supporting me on Patreon, or, you know, if you just want to help me out right now, yeah, send me a couple of quid on what you call it, to PayPal, and I will be eternally grateful, you know. So if you've liked what I've done, guys, yeah, and you've found it helpful and I've supported you, yeah, please consider supporting me. Yeah, because every little means more time to help you guys. It's as simple as that. And that's what I love doing. Yeah, I don't want to work in a warehouse again. Yeah. So, guys, listen, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm rambling and this is awkward. And it's over to you guys. Yeah. The future of this channel is in your hands. Yeah. I will continue to do what I do no matter what happens, even if all my patrons leave and I make no money from the channel, because it's what I love doing. It's just how much time I'll have to do it. You know, I won't be able to reply to all my emails. I'll only be able to produce perhaps 1 or 2 videos a month. Yeah. So your help really does matter. Yeah. Both right now coming up to Christmas and, you know, rolling into the new year with the patrons. So guys, it's over to you. Yeah. Just help. All the best. Yeah. Ta-ra.